kind of like a child and a minister by Allah's grace has been preparing us, leading us, telling us, and teaching us. I have to be honest, I'm not quite a big boy yet, but I'm ready to see Daddy go. But I have accepted that reality will happen.
Just looking at the climate that we're in right now, with the weather, and we all look at these things as sign of the imminent departure of the Most Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. And we know and we're very clear that he's not going to die, but he will not be with us, probably in the near future. As one who's been with the minister for quite a long time, what words of guidance or insight would you provide to the believers?
Brother, I would say, kind of like a child and a minister by Allah's grace has been preparing us and leading us and telling us and teaching us. I have to be honest, I'm not quite a big boy yet where I'm ready to see Daddy go. But I have accepted that reality will happen. What I would say to the Muslims is this: when the minister departs, it is our opportunity to show how much we love him. It is our opportunity to show how much we love the nation we have sacrificed for. The work of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. The trial that the early followers went through and how they suffered. The brothers in prison and how they suffer and have suffered just to get a little glimpse of the truth, just to get a little glimpse of light, and they're working to be better men and better women and they're punished for it. People that have lost jobs, lost homes, lost families, lost their minds over the years that this budding nation has been in existence. My hope, and I would say to the Muslims, it's time for the patriots to rise. The minister, when he departs, he's already told us what to do. Stay together. Stay together. Don't break off on your own thing. Seek refuge in Allah. And so my hope, brother, is that when that time comes, because we know that there will also be an attack on us as he departs. So my hope is that the patriots will arise, because it's one thing if I think I have a disagreement with you. It's kind of like growing up with your brothers and sisters and you in a house and you got a disagreement, whatever. You took my toy, you ate my cereal, you got some black paint on my white jacket, we just mad with each other. It's different when the wolf is at the door. And when the wolf is at the door, it's time to deal with the wolf. And I think and I pray that at that point we will truly see exactly who the enemy is. And I think it's going to be clear, because the agent's going to have to come. If there's a trial, the agent's going to have to come forth and testify. If you got informants, eventually the white man is going to reveal who these stool pigeons are. So we'll be able to pretty much see who everybody is. The car's going to be on the table. What a beautiful day for us as believers to stand up, shoulder to shoulder. And the minister, I think, said something about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, that because the man was absent, did that mean we didn't did that mean we did not have an obligation to him? So for me, brother, I'm hoping, and if you've been in the nation for 50 years, for 60 years, or for 5 days or 5 minutes or 5 hours, you've already sacrificed too much. And too much has been sacrificed to let these beasts take us down. So I pray that I'm a patriot. And I pray that we will rise and be the men and women that we need to be, because on the other side of that is the ultimate victory and the destruction of these people that have been destroying us in America for the last 400 years. Well, what is that worth? What is it worth for my grandson and my granddaughter to walk into a new day? For my children to have a future? For our babies to be able to grow up and not be worried about violence and drugs and all of the maladies that we have picked up and that have, since this man has made us into himself. So I would say, Muslims, hold fast. Be united. Be patriots and stand for your nation. And may Allah bless us all to be able to withstand whatever comes. But whatever comes to us, something is coming to the enemy too. So the Quran says that if you suffer, they suffer. If you are deprived, they are deprived. If they inflict you with injury, you inflict them with injury. But the good day is for the believers. So let's continue to get closer to atone with one another, to give each other the benefit of the doubt, to continue to express the love that I have seen, in particular with my latest experience with this cancer. But I've seen it my entire 30 years. Yeah, there's a little hardship, so what? Man? It's hard being a Negro in America. So you can either suffer as a Negro, or you can suffer and fight as a Muslim and be the ultimate victor and go down in history as one who fought versus one who either laid down for the devil or one who was ignorant and who the devil just mowed over. Man, what do you want to be? I mean, it's just time for us. We suffered enough. So we don't say bring it on in a negative way. But hell, if we got to fight, man, let's get it on when the time comes. And let's give the enemy whatever he's trying to give us.
You know, this month of September, there's a lot of significance in this month and a lot of important things in the history of the Nation of Islam that have occurred during this month. Going back to the Minister of More Than a Vision experience, which we could talk values on that. But another one is actually the minister's lecture, Self-Improvement, the Basis for Community Development, which he delivered in Phoenix, Arizona, I believe in September 21st, 1986. So we're looking at 31 years since that course of study was launched. And you said you came in about 30 years ago. So at that time, you know, it was really the beginning of that course of study. Can you speak on that?
Bro, it was so integral to my development. And it was such a beautiful thing to go to a little mosque on Friday night and read and study. I mean, it was such a, it gave me such a foundation. I think it gave us such a foundation to go through the minister's words and to study alone, but then to come to the meeting and to sit in a circle with your brothers and sisters and to hear and to see Allah coming through them. To learn stuff about people you never would have known. To have words coming out of people you never would have maybe even thought that that person has something to say. So there was, in my view, the great spiritual development. Then it was always a practical application. There was, this is the theory, but here's the practical application. We want you to try the practical application to see if the theory works. So you had that aspect, I mean, with the wisdom and the insight, the introspection, the examination of yourself, the weighing of your actions, and then being allowed to see how you could correct yourself. That is key to human development. That's key to community development. Because ultimately, we have to police ourselves. We need better policing today. But we need to be able to police ourselves. And I'll give you one quick example that I heard about in Japan. So one of the major disasters, that the Japanese people would come out and they would stand in line. And then when they were told there was no more, they would simply get out of line and go home. See, that says something about national pride and character. That says something about what is in the internal makeup of a people. You couldn't do that in America. Whether you were dealing with black folks or white folks, you have a riot on your hands. Because we haven't been taught to be disciplined and selfless and respectful. Now I gotta get mine. I need some food, I need some water. You say you out? Well, I'm gonna take what you got. I'm gonna go in there and see what you got. Well, I'm gonna beat you down because I didn't get mine. So what we are being taught about self-improvement, I mean, it keeps us from pointing the fingers at other people. And it keeps us humble. And it keeps us understanding that ultimately, I have to remake myself. Because no matter what the experience, no matter what happens to me, the question is, how do I deal with it? It's how I deal with it. I may have different ways, but at the end of the day, I have a decision to make. So that was great. I think the social aspect of the Muslims just being together, such a great feeling. I mean, such a great feeling of unity and brotherhood. And then at the end of the week, you know, you have a few minutes to talk to people. You know, that's Friday. Then you come out with the brothers on Saturday. Then you come to the mosque on Sunday. You know, all of these things are part of it's like mortar that begin to cement us to one another. We have a common understanding. We have a common mindset. We got our common goals. We've had a chance to dialogue about whatever we may think that is different. So that spiritual understanding and those study guides were really integral. And we should we have to once again delve into them and continue to develop ourselves. Our development is not somebody else's responsibility. The development of Brother Richard is Brother Richard's responsibility. There are those who are responsible for teaching and sharing and training, absolutely. But ultimately, I'm responsible.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I'm not going to keep on holding. Got to keep on going on, so we're definitely going to have to bring you back. But do you have any closing remarks before we end this?
I'd just say, brother, thank you for having me. And I would say again, brothers, you have to live. So find out about prostate cancer and talk to your doctors. Get that PSA test. And as you learn what your condition is, do what you have to do to keep yourself healthy.
Thank you.
All right.
Alaikum salam. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and follow.